Hey there, boys, girls, and squirrels. My name is Modstab, and welcome back. Welcome back. You haven't even seen this game yet. Welcome to a game called Vermintide 2. Now, I've talked about this game a little bit in the past and some other Let's Plays and things like that, but it is what it be. Also, my hair still is not on fleek. But the best way I could find to describe this game before we jump right into it is a mix of, what is it, Killing Floor 2 and Left 4 Dead 2. It very much has that linear feel, and it has the boss fights and some creatures that are really reminiscent of things in Left 4 Dead 2. But it has kind of that RPG-ish element of the Killing Floor 2, where you have to get better weapons and gear and things like that. It's a little different though. So here, I'll give you a quick walkthrough. This is like your main hub. That's where you select your missions and stuff like that. But if we just come over here real quick, I don't have anything special on this particular character. This is actually one of the secondaries. I want to get him up to his 3rd tier character, which we'll talk about in a minute. But anyways, you have all these different inventory slots and things like that, where you can get better gear that's going to give you better power. Now, weapons in themselves don't increase their damage, but your power level does. So the higher the power level on item, technically speaking, the more damage you'll do overall, up to and including these guys here. However, there are some that have legendary abilities, like for instance this guy increases the effectiveness of healing you do, as well as this one here, which reduces the damage you take from subsequent sources by 40%. It's just, I don't know, I've been really enjoying it. I've been liking to play it a lot, and you also have talents as a character levels up. Now this is the first stage of Marcus Kruba. It's kind of his like crowd control, like hit as many people as possible at the same time build. But essentially what I did was I did increase critical strike chance and reduces damage taken by 35% when below 50% health, because today we have a treat. My goal in today's episode is to do the first level in the game. The very first level as soon as you get out of the prologue. And I want to get like a perfect run. And what I mean by perfect run is not a damageless run. I mean, I want to find all of the tomes and all of the grimoires, because they give you better experience and better items. But before we do that, you can tell here that we have like multiple different characters with different sets of abilities. So the first one is the person I'm playing. He has a ranged counterpart, which is pretty fun as well, but I enjoyed this a lot more. I enjoyed the melee classes. Then you have a dwarf who has a ranged, tank, and a DPS, like dual wielding kind of guy. The assassin, which kind of is all ranged minus the middle one. Then you have the crazy witch hunter dude. He's kind of a combination of both. Like this guy here is his ranged counterpart, and this one is like the very end all be all, which is a melee counterpart. And this is like a mage that I've been kind of dabbling with. Fun, not necessarily my favorite. But I figured maybe if we wanted to show like a 1 to so many level series, you know, 1 to 12, because that's what it takes to unlock those, then I can leave my assassin open for you guys. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to jump into it. This has been a fairly long intro, kind of introducing you to the basics of the game, but now I want to jump right into that first level, and I'll see you guys when we get there. Here we go. Now, I didn't want to spoil any of the story elements in this game. There is a story, and you'll find out why that's not kind of at the forefront of what I talk about with this game. But you do go through, you have 3 chapters, and then finally the end all boss. But yeah, so right now I'm not on anything special. I'm just on veteran difficulty, and I shouldn't say it's not special, because frankly I'm not that good at the game. But it's not the most difficult setting by far, and a really good way I can find to describe the difficulty of this game is very reminiscent of the Diablo series, or any of those style of games where you have your, you know, explorer, like veteran, like legendary, champion difficulties, or you have like torment levels in Diablo. So I hear him. I hear you. All right. And the thing I like about this particular character and this build, when you're rushing like grimoires and tomes and stuff, it's because you're pretty consistently below, like, you're at like 33% health. Oh gosh, I almost took a hit there. You're at like 33% health the whole time, because grimoires reduce the top end of your health. Oh, we're going for it. All right, we're just gonna soak up some shots here. I just want to get a couple range attacks in because these Chaos Warriors are very hard. And now one of the things that I've found to be very important in this game, learn how to block, because not taking damage is better than killing things faster. And the horn has sounded! So the horn in this game means you get a rush of crazy creatures. Okay, we dodged him. Now you can dodge him, but I'm just not particularly good at that because it's kind of an awkward mechanic just in general. Essentially what you do is you hold your left and right moving directions, but then you hit spacebar at the same time and he does like a really quick dash off to the side. Quite frankly, it's not as good as just blocking, if I'm going to be honest with you. Now you can get some talents and things like that that'll increase your dodge range and whatnot, but just learn how to block, like seriously. Also, I forgot to change my dwarf to a tank, so we might be in a unique adventure here. All right, get the ammunition crate. Lich is dead. Oh, hello, somebody picked this up. All right, the thing I do like, hello. There we go, Barden, you pick it up. The one thing I do like about this game, but also hate, is that you get bots when you're fighting solo. Now, the nice thing is you have a full group, which allows you to equip and pick up all the grimoires and tomes and stuff. And you can minorly control them by telling which character you want to pick up, what item or what tome. But gosh dang, are these bots dumb when it comes to jumping puzzles. They get stuck, and I can't tell you how many times I've died because they just get stuck. Now, on computer, this just means you can, let's see. Yeah, we'll give him the tome. Oh, I hear him, an assassin. Did you guys hear the little whisper thing?
Listen, assassin, I'm ready for you.
I want to be careful not to jump over all by, there we go. I saw the shit. I saw the shadow and I just watched it die. Anyways, you want to be careful not jumping into a spot that the bots haven't come to while you're waiting for like assassins and special monsters, because, well, you will, like that, they will catch you and you will be doomed because the bots are too dumb to come and find you and help you. But yeah, it is what it be. Give me that health potion. Anyways, the jumpers really remind me of the assassins remind me of, like, what are they called? I think they're the jumpers in Left 4 Dead 2, where they just they jump and they get on you and they just start pounding and pounding and pounding. Then you have a couple other ones. You have the rat strangler, which reminds me of, what are they called? The creepy smokers, I think. No, maybe not smokers. I think they're called the smokers in that game. But essentially what they do is they grab you and they just drag you around. There's obviously slightly different takes on all these creatures, so I mean, it's not a one-for-one ripoff. And I like the setting of this one a little bit better. It's got that medieval feel, but it also still has that weird fantasy, creepy, almost zombie-ish feel from the Highlanders, because they're crazy humans that line themselves with the little ratty dudes. All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. So far, we're doing good. We've only got one tome. And they always spawn in the same places, just so you guys are aware. So that's not going to be anything too special. Now, my hope here is that we can kind of get this down to about a 22-ish minute game, counting the intro. Because on a good run, you would like it to be between 15 and 20 minutes, closer to 15 if possible. Then we have the gas rat, which is kind of like a spitter in the Left 4 Dead series. But the leveling system in this thing and the item system is unique to all the games I've been comparing it to, so it kind of takes some of the best elements, in my opinion, of those games and adds kind of their own, like, RPG flair to them. So these guys are annoying. We got him though. You guys catch that charged ability. We like that. All right, I feel like those are, for me, those are some of the hardest ones to deal with. They're like the, I forgot what they called. They're poison dibbles, and they like to be buttholes and murderize your face sockets. But. Oh wait, we're gonna kill this group, and then that lift should be available. Okay, we got the smokers. They're gonna be crazy, and they kind of make you hallucinate. Cool, which is kind of a cool mechanic. It's slightly annoying, but activate, friends. Come to daddy. Goodbye. Ditched them. Now I don't know. I don't know if that means they try to follow us to the next area. I know generally speaking, the monsters do. So I see you. I shouldn't say it. It's a treasure dibbles. Oh! Dang it. Alright, I don't want to get myself killed because we are on veteran, so I don't want to extend too much. And it's not like a huge bonus to like items or anything in this game, so the treasure rat in this game, essentially what they do is they give you, oh shoot, I thought I got my block up in time. They give you like potions and stuff. So they're nice on veteran because, well, usually you don't see this many potions. I don't know what's going on here, but I'll take it. Yeah, that was one of the assassins. And I do appreciate that it ring-a-ding-dings that horrid sound of despair and agony. Okay, dude. For real? Get wrecked. Oh, I love the assassin, though, as like a bot. Because they just range and murderize everything before you even get a chance to. It's kind of nice. Alright. So the next one here is going to be the first grimoire. And what it does is it takes a potion slot, but it reduces your overall health by 33% per Grimmy Grim. Alright, so we come up here, jump on this bad boy, and we have found our tome. And I think in this particular case, I'm going to actually give it to my Victor because overall he has the highest item score. I think he's somewhere in the ballpark of like 400. Maybe just a touch over 400. So he's actually pretty well off when it comes to damaging. If I try to push, and I've tried to play this on champion a couple times, I just don't have good enough gear score on this particular character. I've tried doing champion, and he tends to be the last one alive outside of me when I play correctly. So there is that. So leveling secondary characters and getting them good gear score is actually a really decent way to help increase your solo play. Now you could always just do quick play, but I don't know, like I enjoy playing games like this with friends or by myself because then you kind of have like, I know it's kind of selfish, but you have full control over the kind of like skill level. And if you don't have control over the skill level, you have control over whether you enjoy playing with those people. So there's that. All right, and you guys can see that red plus in my screen. One of this character's traits is if he hits a certain amount of enemies, I think it's 3. At the same time, it increases, what is it, attack damage, attack speed. I think it's speed. Oh boy. Got him. That is why I love the assassin. She just rectiginos the face holes of all my enemies.
Hey, I found the stairs.
All right, and I don't think this level in particular is the fastest level because there is a.
Come on over here.
I hear him running around. There he goes. There is a timed event right at the very end where you have to wait for the clock to run out. It's kind of I think this is one of my favorite levels just because of you have the brightness, you have the dark tones. It's a little bit more well mixed when it comes to the graphics, but as well as like the tonality. It's not horribly dark, but it's pretty dark. All right, and I don't want to get too crazy because I don't want this assassin to jump on us out of nowhere. But there he is. Got him. Oh, I ran out of ammo. That's a bummer. Hey, Rectagino, it's face holds. Yes. This is one of those games that, I don't know. When I'm in a grindy mood, this is the game I go to. This or Dibbles. No, my problem with Diablo is, quite frankly, I've played Diablo so unbelievably much. Okay, we're headed towards that second tome, by the way, for you guys. I think in this case, since it's a healing, I would like to stay alive. So what we're going to do is we are going to tell our Barden to pick it up because he has the most health. Now, my chickie babe, because Barden did drop the heal as well as picked up the tome, it left the heal for my Corellin, which is the assassin. Now, the nice thing about that is, well, she heals up, she grabs the kit, And, well, Barden was pretty much at full health, so. Woo! Okay, we don't want to get too far ahead because we will get surrounded. Being surrounded in this game is not fun. And for a little bit, oh shoot. I hate this part. The part of the bells. Anyways, for the longest time, I was caught up in the idea that, well, weapons don't technically matter in this game because they don't have damage stats or anything. But the higher my gear score, the faster I kill things on veteran and champion difficulty and stuff. Now, I've never really successfully been good at champion. Like, I've done it before, but I cannot do the tome runs or anything like that. Which means that there's a little bit of working around I gotta do, you know? Part of my problem is I'm still kind of getting good at the whole, like, idea of blocking rather than just trying to kill everything before it touches me. Like, there's no way you're gonna have a high enough item score to be able to just, like, run through and cleave like I am on, like, champion and legendary difficulties. But that being said, I have most of the achievements outside of completing it on, like, the champion legendary difficulties, so I do have enough experience in the game to be able to kind of take care of it. And the reason I'm not jumping up there and activating the next lever is because you can get swarmed so quick, and that's not good because you will die the moment you get swarmed. Also, just look at me cleaving heads off and cleaving people in half with this halberd. Oh, it's so good. That being said, small update. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the channel at all, but I am going to start doing some blacksmithing, a combination of ways. But long story short, what does that mean for here? I'm hoping that maybe we can do some of like vlogs and things like that, where maybe I show you guys some of my progress and journey as blacksmithing as a hobby. If it's for me, awesome, you'll see more of it. If it's not for me, then, well, we won't see a lot of it. And so what I wanted to try to do is, I know it's not the most ideal way. Oh, hello, big boy. Get wrecked a G-note. I don't want to go for the gusto and spend like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds on a really good anvil, only to find out that it's not for me. So I know it's not ideal, but there are some more cost-effective anvils that aren't going to require, you know, $200, $300, $400, $500, honestly, on a really good anvil. I know you want it to be like really hard steel, like hardened steel, because you want it to last as long as possible. Oh boy, trolls. Yeah. Okay, this guy will go to sleep here pretty soon, right? Yeah. I'm going to try to damage this guy down as fast as possible. And I'm going to try to take care of some of these small ones while my bots kind of soak the damage. I know, valiant Kruber here. Okay, so why do they do this? And by why do they do this, I mean, we got a butt ton of, like, special mods. Okay, we got him down. But our Corellin has taken the first fatal, and by fatal damage, I mean she got knocked down. This is a bummer. But we are basically to the next grimoire, so it only gets harder from here. Do you like how I was like, oh yeah, it's going to be great, it's going to be awesome. I didn't know, it just gets harder. We're going to see if our Corellin will heal. A Corellin Devile. Oh, that was a short fight there. I'm okay with that. We're going to reload, get maxed out on ammo. Okay, golden. And we're going to pick up this loot die, because that also gives you extra experience, but at the very end, it does give you a better chest. So, I'd like to think I've been playing this pretty safe so far. The only thing I'm slightly concerned about is the bots. Alright, now this is where the last grimoire is. Now this is where it gets interesting with bots, because you got to jump here, kind of go up this way. I actually found this one out because one of my buddies that I play with showed me, but you got to jump down here, then you got to duck under this. Now, very rarely is there ever any potions here, so big whoop. Pull this lever down, and then this drops. Now, this is the hardest part about it, but you have to, I've noticed that you have to start outside. Now, I'm going to pick up the grimoire here, because I want them to try to have as many potions as possible, because that's essentially their only defense. I hear it. Where's he at? Now this is the part that, see how they get stuck on that ladder? It's so frustrating. Got him? So I'm gonna jump down here.
Let's go quick.
I'm gonna keep this out until those guys stop being turd nuggets. I'm gonna tell Victor. Never mind. I was gonna tell Victor to pick it up because they can trade off. Like, you can drop tomes without repercussions of a losing it forever. But grimoires, once they're dropped, they are dropped forever. So they're destroyed. But my my Krell, and this is where the bots drive me a little bonkers, she picked it up after healing herself, but she doesn't need it as much as like Victor does, for instance, or our Beardin, or Beardin, excuse me, Beard Boy. We'll just remember him by Beard Boy. So it's slightly frustrating in that sense, but maybe what I can do is I can pick up a healing kit, and then I can heal up those guys. You know, that's one thing I have noticed when you're playing with bots, essentially. Okay.
I don't like this. Too much of a choke point.
I agree. But this is what we gotta do as crazy boys and crazy girls. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, duder. Yes, we have a healing kit. Okay, this is good. This is good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill these. Hopefully the chickie babe doesn't use it, because she doesn't deserve it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scroll here, and we're gonna do which one has the Grim? Can you guys stop moving, please? I'm gonna heal Victor because he has a Grimoire. Frothers do crazy damage, so you want to kind of keep your block up. Woo! And this is where the last tome is in the game. And now on this particular instance, I'm gonna go ahead and you just kind of keep whoa! You just kind of keep running until you find it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heal up here. I know, really weird, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell Corellin to pick it up. Corellin Deval. Because what I want to do is I want to have the potion. I'm selfish, okay? We got everybody but Barden healed up, mostly because that blender with that health potion, because I was gonna have Barden pick it up. But maybe we can get one more potion out of this game. There's not really a spot that I'm familiar that's a drop-off. Right around the corner, occasionally there'll be some health potions, so maybe we can live the dream. Now that Corellin has a tome. Yes, baby. That's amazing. Okay, we are in it to win it right now. If you guys can't tell, they usually like to put health potions and things like that right by the very end. Alright, I've been trying to hit this guy in the head. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing there's health potions there. Alright, so we're just going to try to survive here. And then we'll heal everybody up at the next stage. And we'll have them all healed up for this last portion. Now, as a solo play, the strategy for the next area isn't quite as solid. Because you just kind of got to run around and make sure they don't get caught, because they will jump down from what I believe to be one of the better spots on a team play in order to fight monsters, which is fine. It's a valiant effort, you know. They want to get out there, they want to tank. But yep, I don't like it. So I'm gonna heal. And I'm gonna grab this guy here after I ammo up, and then what we're gonna do is I want to heal. I want to heal Barden. I'm gonna grab this guy, and then we're gonna heal Victor to top. Stop moving, Victor.
Sir, you need healing.
And then I will grab a potion, and then we're good. So now everybody's kind of topped off. We're ready. That usually doesn't happen on Veteran. Like, I've never had that many potions happen on Veteran. Maybe it realizes we're recording, and it felt bad for me. It was like, look, I need to make you look better than you actually are. So anyways, what you want to do is you want to run up here, grab this bell, hit the bell, and you got to survive for, what is it? It's like a 2-minute process, I think. Roughly thereabouts 2 minutes. But all right. And so usually what I do is I run up over here and I jump on there's a platform that you can kind of jump around the pillar and on. And well, things kind of come up one at a time. You notice, like, when things climb up on top stuff, it gets a lot better experience for survival. But bots like to jump down. So what my goal here is strictly just to, well, survive. This reminds me so much of Lord of the Rings right here. Like that, where they're climbing down the walls and stuff. Oh, it's so fun.
You hear what I hear, mates?
All right. Oh, dude, he got wrecked. What the crap? Barden. Dude, what did you do, Barden? For the love of everything. You got like one hit. Part of that's my fault because, well, frankly, I forgot to put him on his tank mode. So he's on like his DPS mode because that's what I was playing last. He's not my highest gear score, but he's one of my favorite characters to play. So I think he might be the highest level. I don't know, him and Victor are a pretty close race. So Barden, I love you, but gosh dang, can you be stupid? I hear it. Got him. Rattling gunners are a pain in the glutes. You want to get rid of those guys like as fast as you possibly can, because they will clean through your ranks very quickly. Now, once this guy starts to raise, we got about a minute left, and you guys will notice what I'm talking about because it'll start making sense. But dude, the music in this game, like the scoring of it, is absolutely amazing. Like they get you stressed, like you are stressed to the max. All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. Overall, I would say this is a fairly good run, minus the fact that some of my bots have made poor decision. All right, sweet. So now you guys can see that it's starting to raise up. We got about a... Why are you sitting in there, you little troglodyte? Okay. Anyways, that's where it gets really hard with bots, is because they're not clever enough to avoid things before the particles happen. Oops, I took a little extra damage there that I shouldn't have. But anyways, they're not smart enough to avoid before the particles actually land on the ground for a lot of those things. So they take a lot of unnecessary damage. I take a lot of unnecessary damage. Don't go that way. You know better than that. You buffalo, dude. Now I can't see where he's at. So we're just going to shoot down this way. Try to soften up their ranks a little bit. Get my halberd out. We're getting really close to the end. Now that it's maxed out, there's a slight wait. Whoa! That could have wrecked our party. Oh, Beerin died. That's not good. That's a bummer. Everybody's dying, and that hurts me a lot because we were so close. Like, we are so unbelievably close. What I'm thinking I would like to try to do, since we still have the grimoires. Now, I don't want to take fatal... Shoot! Oh, no, that's not good, team. That's not good. All right, we are in a spot where we can win this. Okay, so they died. So what I'm going to go down here is set free these guys, and then we're going to go back up and get those tomes. All right.
If the temple blows out a door for us, I believe it's so.
All right. Now, if you guys didn't catch, if you get knocked down, I think it's 3 times without healing up. Your characters do end up just insta-death. So, I know there's a lot of people here, but I want to get that perfect run for you guys on Veteran, because I think it'd be really cool. And it's not every day that something like that happens, let's be fair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here, I'm going to grab a tome myself, and then I think, what is it? I don't think it matters which one to grab at this point, I just want to get them. Now where's that other tome? I gotta figure out where the other one died. I thought they died right next to each other, but apparently I was wrong. Where's that tome at, dude? So we got 2 tomes. Oh, did it disappear on me? That would be a bummer. Okay. I'm gonna search just a quick... Because there was 2 potions that got dropped there. Okay, one last ditch effort to try to search for it, and then we're gonna get out of here because I don't want to deal with that baloney. Maybe in all the craziness they got shot out somewhere else. You never know. Yeah. No, that would be a super bummer, though. See if maybe that got grabbed, you know, and pulled somewhere else. Yeah, our bots are starting to take any more damage, so we're just gonna... Yeah. Okay, I think we're... Yeah. I don't see it anywhere. So I'm wondering if we got it glitched out where it disappeared on me, which would be a super bummer. But we're just gonna go. So essentially you just come down here. Anyways, that was essentially outside of right at the very end where the bots took a... Are you kidding me? Dwarf. No, it's screw it. I'm over that dwarf right now. That dwarf has just been getting wrecked. We're jumping down. All right, so we're missing one tome on this, but big whoop. It is what it is. But that's the risk you play when you're playing with bots. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's episode. It went a little bit longer than I was anticipating because I did have a little bit ramble in the beginning. I am saddened that we did miss the perfect run because right at the very end the bot died. But you guys now know where the tomes are, where the grimoires are, and all the good stuff. And I unlocked this guy because he was one weapon away, so we're all good. Thank you guys so much for joining me in Vermintide 2. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know. Do you enjoy kind of the a little bit more casual style where I'm just running through the map and showing you where these points of interest are? If so, I can continue to play on veteran and just unlock those for you as we go down the down the map. If not, let me know and I could just show you where those points are in a more concise, you know, 2-3 minute video. But yeah, remember, liking, commenting, and subscribing are great tools for you to get in touch with me and let me know what you like, didn't like, and what you want to see next. Without further ado, I'm gonna share my filthy little K-Cole. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Toodles!